welcome to Big Boof Bets. It's the Get That Money podcast. I am Nate Stevenson, and as always, I am joined by Mr. Big Boofy Skirman and Mr. Tony T-Bone Guarino. I'd ask how you guys are doing after week 13, but I already know how Boofy's doing after that pizza box sweep. So I have not talked any trash about that. How about
None whatsoever.
Told you, baby. Told you, baby. I was going to do it. Going to sweep it. I told you.
Well, fortunately, on Saturday, we were able to get you with a little sucker bet where, you went with the Georgia Bulldogs over Bama, and you were willing to lay 6.5 points while doing it. So I got to have a little bit of pizza go in my favor, at least.
Yeah, I got a little too big for my britches, sucked the Bulldog Kool-Aid and, made a miscalculation there.
Irresponsible.
Irresponsible. It was a little miscalculation, but I was very happy to sweep the NFL pizza box. So, I've
eaten my fair share of crow of that after that result there.
Indeed. You're going to be digging out of that grave for the rest of the year, buddy.
Well, Tone, how you doing?
I mean, I'm a little bit bummed I missed out on this pizza party, but, there's still time before the end of the season for me to get in on that. In the meantime, I was pretty happy with my portion-controlled meals, if you will, rounding out another successful week for me here. But, hey, that's just the boring details. Nobody wants to hear about that. Let's get to the exciting stuff. Boof, why don't you recap those locks?
Locks went 5-3 last week. Winners were Colts -8, Chargers and Bengals over 50.5, Eagles -6.5, WFT +3, and the Rams -12.5. Losers were the Vikings and Colts in a teaser, which, by the way, screw you Vikings. They cost me 2 parlays this week.
Oh, yeah. I don't even want to talk about it.
Dude, real talk. FanDuel had this offer. It was like, we'll do a bet match on like the average of your next 4 bets. So I placed 4 parlays. I hit 2 of them, and then the other 2 I would have also hit if the Vikings would have won. So
that's rough.
Good
man.
week, but could have been like a monster week.
Oh, dude, yeah, I can tell you right now, if the Vikings win, I have a good week. If the Vikings cover and the Ravens win, I have an absolutely monster week. It's
There you man. But continuing, we had Bucks and Falcons over 50 and the 49ers -3. That'll bring our season total to 53, 59-3 with a 47.32% success rate. So chipping away at our deficit that we've built up the last couple weeks here.
creeping back up there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Then props also went 10-5 this week, so good week for them. Which means, of course, as always, make sure you're following us on all social media at Big Boof Bets. We normally tweet those out. If we like anything on the Thursday game, we'll tweet that out. And, if we like them, obviously, for the weekend, we typically always get those out Sunday morning by I'd say 11 o'clock.
You had a really good tweet. I think I might be getting my week screwed up here, but I think maybe it was last week with DK Metcalf, his under receptions, man. That was a not even close lock for you. That was an awesome one you tweeted out.
Yeah, we've had some nice ones throughout the year, so just make sure you're following us. All right, but that does it for the recap here. Let's move on with week 14.
Let's do it, baby.
All right, so we'll start out Thursday, as we always do. This week is the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings laying 3, and your over-under at 43.5.
I want to take the Vikings here and lay the points. I think the Steelers have been a worse team on the road. I think the Vikings are better than the Ravens are offensively. I just don't have enough confidence in them here. I mean, they just lost to the Lions. I think you want to be the Vikings where you're getting points and you can tease them up over a touchdown. And I think I think that has been a much better play with them this season rather than being on the laying points side. So I'm going to pass.
I mean, the Vikings like to play one possession games. The only non one possession game they played, they won. So, and the Steelers do like to, they're not blowing anyone away this year either. So I would be tempted to tease the Steelers up here, but there's a historical narrative that the Steelers and the Ravens after they play, they generally don't seem to they generally seem to be pretty beat up and not play their best games after that. And I wish I had the stat in front of me here, but I do want to say that their covering percentage is not very good the week after that game. So as much as I would love to take the points with the Steelers here, I'm going to stay away.
All right, let's move on into Sunday. We'll start things there with the Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs laying 8.5, and you're over/under at 47.5.
Hey, Boof, you know who's still back?
Yes, I do.
Chiefs!
Chiefs. Don't even need to talk about it. Just Chiefs.
Lay with the Chiefs. Two double covers. 2 weeks in a row. Chiefs. I told you. Pizza boxing for the rest of the year. If you wouldn't go against me, that's a bad idea. Chiefs are back. Let's go. Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. The Chiefs are back. Kind of offensively, they are not killing it. But the last time they played the Raiders, which was like 2 weeks ago, they did put up 41 on them and easily covered this number of 8.5. So I'm on board with the Chiefs here at home. Raiders still have Darren Waller. He's upgraded from week to week to day, whatever that means. But Deshaun Jackson is dealing with a hamstring. He did play, but he was not 100%. I just think the Chiefs have been finding a way to win big lately, and I think they keep that trend going. So I'm on board with it. What do you say we lock it?
Oh, I'm down to lock it and welcome you back to the bandwagon, baby. Let's lock it in.
Good to be back out here with you, brother.
Oh, we love it. Let's lock it in. Get that money. Chiefs.
All right, well, up next we have the New Orleans Saints at the New York Jets. The Saints laying 5.5, and the over/under at 43.5.
I want to wait and see what's going on with the injury report as this one goes on throughout the week. I want to take the Saints, but I'm going to need a little bit more information before I do so. So for now, I pass.
Yeah, same boat. I like the Saints to win. I can't really feel confident saying or going anything else much further until we know the injury situation. So let's table that till later in the week.
Okay, let's head over to Music City, where we have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans. Titans laying 8.5, and you're over/under at 44.
Laying too many points here with the Titans with their injury situation. So don't feel comfortable there. And the Jags, I don't feel they just don't score enough points consistently to make me feel comfortable taking the points with them. So I have two teams here that I have my doubts of, if they're going to score enough to cover either way. So that leads me to the total 44. The last 7 for the Jags have gone under that total. That's good enough for me. I'm good to go with under 44 here.
Yeah, I'm with you on the under as well. Tennessee is still no A.J. Brown or obviously Derrick Henry. Julio Jones might come back, but he is not confirmed to be back yet either. He's just eligible to come off of injured reserve. So we'll see how that situation develops. Either way, I do not think the Titans have a whole lot of firepower on offense, and Jacksonville's been terrible offensively. So I'm on board with the under. I do think Jacksonville is the better side as far as the point spread. But that being said, this opened at 10.5. Obviously, you would have much rather have gotten it there. So I'm just going to play the under, and let's lock that in.
Oh, yeah, lock it in. Get that money.
Okay, moving on, we have the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. The Browns laying 2, and you're over/under at 42.5.
So on Sunday night, this was actually Cleveland +1, and I really liked it there. I do still like it enough at the -2. Cleveland is coming off of a bye. They're obviously going to be a little healthier. The Ravens, as Nate said, are coming off of the Steelers game where you just get banged up. And a little bit more tangible piece of that is Marlon Humphrey is out defensively for the Ravens.
For the year.
Say it again?
For the year.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, that applies to this week.
Yeah.
But anyway, like Cleveland, -2 here. And then I like even more the under 42.5. 6 of the last 7 games for Cleveland have gone under that number, and Cleveland has not scored 20 points in those games. And then the Ravens' last 4 have gone under that number, and the Ravens have not scored 20 points in any of those games. So both teams really struggling offensively here. The first meeting between them was 16-10, and I really like both of them and think both of those are lock-worthy.
Yeah, I agree with all that, Boof. I mean, as you said, the Steelers-Ravens tends to be a struggle for both those teams the next week, and the Ravens injury situation is definitely not good for them. Conversely, you have the Browns coming off a bye. They should be rested up. I mean, they're still banged up some as well, but should be on the mend a little bit here. And the fact that it's at home, the Browns definitely need this game. And I think the luck for the Ravens starting to run out for them a little bit with all the close victories they've had. So love the Browns to win. Love laying the points even at the worst number as opposed to the beginning of the week that you had mentioned. And also I love the under as well. So I'm down to lock them in both if you are, baby.
Let's do it, baby. Lock it in. And let's get that money.
Oh, yeah. Double lock. Get that money.
All right, let's take a look at the Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers laying 3, and your over-under at 43.
You're giving me 3 points with the Falcons against the corpse of Cam Newton? Yes, please. I'll take that. I'll take the Falcons' money line. I'll take Cam Newton to go under 200 yards passing again if they're stupid enough to put that prop up there. I'll take Cam Newton to go under 1.5 passing touchdowns. And if there's another prop, which normally is to take Cam under, it's normally probably around 18 to 20 completions. I'll take that as well. So this is definitely a bet against the Panthers, and more specifically Cam Newton, and who they do not have, which also they do not have Christian McCaffrey. So I think the Falcons are the slightly better team here with all the injuries and the Panthers quarterback situation, and I'm getting 3 points. Give me the Falcons, baby.
Yeah, Panthers actually fired Joe Brady this week, so they will have a new offensive coordinator. I like the Falcons to win the game, and so obviously I like it at +3. So let's go ahead and lock that one in.
Oh, yeah, lock it in. Get that money.
Okay, moving on. We have the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington football team. The Cowboys laying 4, and your over-under at 48.
Yeah, this is another one. I think Washington has been playing really well lately. And despite Dallas's win last week, I still don't think they're playing their best football. So they're on the road. Washington has kind of found their running game with Antonio Gibson, and it's really helped them out offensively. And really, it's helped out their defense, which we expected to be a strength of the team coming into the year. And that has kind of been a big cure for them, I think. So I think at home, getting over a field goal, I think you can feel pretty good about that. And that's what I want to do.
I agree, Boof. Yeah, I like the getting points to the football team here. Their ball control, grinded out style has been working very well for them, making headway in the division and in the NFC playoff race. So definitely like getting the points with the football team. Also, something else I think is definitely worth considering. Ever since they've gone to a more, again, grinded out ball control style, their games have been trending towards unders, and we're getting 48 points here on the total. Dallas, with their injuries, they haven't been the juggernaut offensively that they were earlier in the year. So all those factors, I also think under 48 is a great play as well.
I can definitely get on board with that. Double lock here?
Double lock?
Let's do it, baby. Double lock. Oh, yeah. Get that money.
Double lock. Get that money.
The final 1 o'clock game on Sunday is the Seattle Seahawks at the Houston Texans. Seahawks laying 7, and your over-under at 41.5.
Don't overthink this one. The Texans are trash. Seattle having a down year, but still way more talented, especially on offense. So I like them to cover the number. I'll lay the 7 with Seattle.
I guess I am going to overthink this one. I'm going to tease them with Denver. So we'll get the Seahawks down to -1 and the Broncos down to -2. I just feel more comfortable that way. I still don't think Seattle is like necessarily back. They gotta, even though it's against Houston, they got to do one on the road for me also before I think that they have completely found their mojo. But I think they found it enough to win, and I have a lot of confidence that Denver and Seattle both win their game. So I'd rather go the teaser route.
Well, if I'm down to lay 7, I'm definitely down to tease it, baby. So let's lock in that teaser and get that money.
Oh yeah, get that money.
Okay, that takes us to the 4 o'clock games, where we'll start with the Detroit Lions at the aforementioned Denver Broncos. The Broncos laying 8, and the over-under at 42.
So, yeah, I already like the teaser. This one I have even more confidence in. I am willing to also lay the -8, so I'll double down on the Broncos here. Lions obviously got their first win of the season last week. I expect them to fall back into the one-win team that they are and get their butt kicked here. So give me the Broncos -8 and the teaser.
Yeah, we like that, Boof. Historically speaking, teams that get their first win like this just take their foot off the gas the next week, and they just take it in the teeth. I definitely expect that to happen here with the Lions. They were trying so hard for over a month. They were so close for getting that first win. Finally broke through to my parlay's chagrin here last week, but I just think this is a smash spot. Lay it with the Broncos and print units, baby. Lock it in. Get that money.
Okay, up next we have the New York Giants at the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers laying 10.5, and your over/under at 44.5.
So you're either going to have Mike Glennon, who's currently in concussion protocol, or second-year pro Jake Fromm making his first career start. I don't like either option. I would argue that Jake Fromm might be a minor upgrade. I think he's got a little bit more mobility, but I don't think either's a good option on a bad Giants offense. And we're traveling across the country to LA. Chargers coming off a big win against Cincy. And I just think this is one of those games where the Chargers are leading comfortably in the second half. So 10.5, I'm down to lay it.
I'm not. 10.5 for me is just too many points. Keenan Allen did test positive for COVID. Now they're saying it is possible for him to still start on Sunday, but you'll kind of have to wait and see how his test results go the rest of the week. I don't know. Again, just too many points. This could be one of those where Giants can backdoor you. I mean, one goofy turnover is not 10. It's just so many points. I pass.
Okay, then let's take a look at the San Francisco 49ers at the Cincinnati Bengals. The volatile market. It's Bengals laying 1, getting 1. Who the hell knows? Depends on the time of day. And the over/under at 48.5.
Two semi-strong leans for me. I would go Bengals and I would go over. Just not enough confidence to go ahead and place an actual bet on them here. I think both teams are good but not great. You hear some of the analysis last week where, if Jamar Chase doesn't drop that ball that should have been a touchdown and ends up getting intercepted and turns into a touchdown for the for the Chargers, that's a big if for me. And Jamar Chase is at the point where he has dropped too many balls and it's happening too often, and stuff like that is screwing them over. So it's just Bengals are a little inconsistent for me, and it's kind of a similar tale with the 49ers. Deebo Samuel might be back. You might want to wait and get some confirmation on that before you place any bets, but I am going to pass here.
I agree, though. I would lean Bengals and lean over, but just too much insurity with the more so with the 49ers injuries there, because Deebo, as you said, coming off the groin, and even if he does play, I still don't expect him to be 100% or get as many snaps as normal. And then I know that Fred Warner as well was out last week for the Niners. So definitely need to check on his injury status as well. So, yeah, I agree with your leans, but at the moment, going to stay away.
All right, the final 4 o'clock game is the Buffalo Bills at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucks laying 3, and your over-under at 52.5.
I just think this is a hammer spot for Tampa Bay here. Buffalo coming off that demoralizing loss on Monday night, so they're going to be traveling on a short week, coming off a very, very physical game. I mean, the Patriots threw it 3 times, so I don't really know how much. I don't really know how much more of a physical game you can come off of. They literally were getting pounded on the entire game, and so I just, yeah, I love Tampa Bay here. I think this is easy money. Lay it with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, you said it. I agree with all of your points. And I'll just add on. I find it interesting, the contrast in the 2 games that they are about to play. Going from the one that you just described to going down to Tampa Bay, where it's going to be, nice and sunny. And Tom Brady's probably going to throw it like 45 times on him. So that's just an interesting extra nugget. But yeah, I'm down to lay the 3. I love it just as much for all of the same reasons. And let's go ahead and lock that in.
Oh, yeah, lock it in. Get that money.
All right, that takes us to Sunday night, where we have the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. Packers laying 11.5, and your over-under at 44.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of points, but I'm going to go ahead and lay them with the Packers here. They're coming off of a bye. Word on the street is they may get Bakhtiari, Zaire Alexander.
Jair.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Jair Alexander and Zadarius Smith back in the lineup. So if you want to wait and see on their status, go ahead. But frankly, I don't even think they need them back. That's just like an extra boost for me. I think the Packers are significantly better than the Bears. It's at home. They're coming off of a bye. Bears can't score. Packers have been playing great defense lately. I just see this as a beatdown for the Packers here. So I'm going to go ahead and lay it.
Agreed. Bears are trash. Smash spot for the Packers. Lay it with the Pack. Lock it in. Get that money.
All right, well, that just leaves us with our Monday night matchup, which is the Los Angeles Rams at the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals laying 2, and your over-under at 51.5.
Like the Cards here. I mean, I know this is the second of 2 meetings this year, and the Cards, got the first one in LA. And historically speaking, it is hard for 2 good teams in the division for one to sweep the other. But right now, the Cardinals are definitely on the better side injury-wise between the 2 teams. You have a fresh Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins back. They look great against the Bears. Conversely, the Rams, you don't know how good Stafford's feeling with the ailments he's been reportedly been dealing with. And then he also did leave the game briefly last week due to injury as well. So Cardinals at home, better. I think, for one, I think they're a better team, but they're also definitely the fresher team. I like laying 2 at home with Arizona. I think it's a good spot for them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, as I look at the game, for me, the biggest argument, if you want to even call it that I would accept for the Rams side of this is that, 2 good teams, division rivals, probably going to split on the year, and the Cardinals already won the first game, so thus the Rams would have to win the second game. But just the way I said it last week, for me, the Rams still need to prove it. I know they covered a 13 or whatever for us last week, and that was awesome. And I got to cash my ticket, which is even more awesome. But frankly, a game against the Jaguars doesn't prove anything. So they still got to prove it to me. I'm in on the Cardinals as well. And I agree. I was really impressed with the return of Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins last week. And let's go ahead and lay the 2 and finish it off with a Monday night lock.
Oh, yeah, lock it in. Get that money.
All right, well, that wraps up the Week 14 matchups. So, as always, Boof, I'll send it over to you to recap this week's locks.
All right, a lot of stuff to like this week. We had 12 locks. They are the Ravens and Browns under 42.5 points, Browns -2, Chiefs -8.5, Titans and Jaguars under 44, Falcons +3, WFT +4, WFT and Cowboys to go under 48. Seahawks and Broncos in a 6-point teaser. Broncos minus 7.5. Bucks minus 3. Packers minus 11.5. And the Cardinals minus 2. And Nate, how about some parlays for the people here?
Absolutely, baby. It's my second favorite time of the week. As you all know, my favorite time of the week is when you offer me a pizza box.
I can't wait until I'm pizza boxing everything. We agreed on too much stuff this week.
I know, man. I know. Hopefully that works out well for
this week. I'm making some money, and then next week I'm going to make even more money when you go broke on all these pizza boxes. You're going to lose next week.
Well, we'll see. I doubt that very much, but I do like a lot of agreement because that generally means good things for the people. So
I would agree.
With that, speaking of the people, it's time for parlays for the people, as we said. And we do have, it is back this week, the retirement parlay. We have one. I think it's a pretty good one. It's a 14-legger. It's plus 1,006,419, which means a $10 bet will win you over 100 G's, and a $100 bet will win you over $1 million. We like that.
May I interject here, Nate? I feel this is so share-worthy with the people here.
Okay.
So Nate's going over this parlay that he's about to share with you guys during the pre-show, and he says to me, he's like, "Oh, Boof, I got to make this smaller. I made it too big." He's like, "We're going to win over $1 million," and like on FanDuel, the maximum you're allowed to win is $1 million.
That is correct. Yep.
And so the problem is that we're just going to win so much freaking money on this parlay here that we have to bet less to be able to actually place the bet.
We like that. We like those types of problems.
You're welcome to share a problem like that with me anytime.
Indeed, buddy. So, let's do it. We're going to, like as we said, 14 legs plus over $1 million. And man, that just sounds so good off the tongue, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Damn right, baby. First one, we're going to go Saints and Bengals money lines. And then we're going to go Steelers plus 4.5, football team plus 8.5, Seahawks minus 7.5, Broncos minus 8, Chargers minus 10.5, Tampa Bay minus 3, Green Bay minus 10.5, Cardinals minus 2.5. And then we're going to go Titans, Jags under 44.5. And we have a couple combos as we're on FanDuel, as we said, for this parlay. We're going to go Cleveland money line and under 49.5 for the game. Atlanta money line and under 51.5. And KC minus 11.5 and over 41.5. And again, that is 14 legs plus 1,006,419. Ooh, that just feels good. And so we're going to speed this up. We have one more big-ish one before we get to the get out jail free. We're going to manipulate the parlay that we just said and bring it down here to it's still going to be 14 legs. It's going to be plus 25,050. So $100 bet. We need just over 25 grand. And we're going to go keep the Saints money line in there and swap the Bengals out for the game total of over 44.5. I'm sorry, 41.5 there. And then Steelers, we're going to bump them up to plus 8.5. Swap the Washington football team spread out for the game total of under 55.5. Seahawks, we're going to go minus 6.5. Broncos minus 6.5. Chargers, we're just going to swap in their money line. Going to keep Tampa Bay minus 3. Green Bay, going to go down to minus 6.5. Keep Cardinals minus 2.5. And then we're going to go under 52.5 for the Titans Jags. And under 49.5 for the Cleveland Ravens game. Atlanta, I'm just going to go plus 8.5, and Kansas City minus 6.5. So that'll be 14 legs plus 25,050. And last but not least, the Get Out of Jail Free, which would have hit last week if it wasn't for the damn Vikings losing to the winless Lions. Would have hit that for over plus 800. This week, let's actually hit it this week. We're still going to be 8 legs. Still going to be over plus 800, ironically. Plus 831. And we're going to go Seahawks, Broncos, Chargers, Tampa Bay, KC money lines, Atlanta plus 8.5, under 49.5 for the Ravens and Browns, and the Green Bay double result for 8 legs plus 831 for your Get Out of Jail Free parlay.
All right, Nate, thank you as always for sharing with us. Make sure you guys are following us on Big Boof Bets. We will get our props to you out maybe tomorrow if we like anything, or maybe on Thursday if we like anything, and definitely over the weekend for the Sunday games. But as always, most importantly, best of luck to everybody, and let's get that money.
Oh yeah, get that money. Chaps, Boof, you don't want a pizza box anymore?